Want to dominate the recruiting game in CFB 26 without breaking a sweat? Whether you're rebuilding a small program or stacking stars at a powerhouse, I'm about to show you how to get Insta recruits quick, easy, and at any school. Forget grinding for hours. This is the shortcut the top players use. For teaching purposes, we are using Notre Dame. It's easier to teach with a school like a 5-star school like Notre Dame than it is an Akron or a Toledo or a school like that. But if you have a dynasty, whether you're in a league or whether you play an offline dynasty and you are starting from the bottom and trying to work your way up, or whether you have worked your way up and you want to stay on the top. A few of these tips should help you recruiting wise. So most people that do dynasties, whether offline or online, generally will look at their offensive and defensive targets or team needs, if you will. Now, we have already filled out 34 of the 35 targets for Notre Dame. So some of those spots are filled, like tackle and a couple other positions that we just put on the board because they were areas of need. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So we start here with a wide receiver. Notre Dame is 4th on his list. An edge rusher. Notre Dame is 3rd on his list. Notre Dame needs 2 quarterbacks. This guy has Notre Dame 6th on his list. Here's a will linebacker, has Notre Dame 2nd. Another will has Notre Dame 3rd. A 5-star wide receiver that has Notre Dame 5th, 4th, 5th, and 5th. But if you notice, none of these guys have Notre Dame number 1 overall. And many of you know this already, but this game has what's called insta commits in it. And that is, for those of you that don't know, if a player has you first on their list and you offer them a scholarship, there is a chance that they will accept and basically sign with you right away. So in essence, you don't have to ever spend any points on them recruiting them. They've already made their decision. They're going to go to your school. So therefore you can kind of put them away, not worry about those guys. If you look through this whole list here, all of these guys have Notre Dame number 1 on their list. So the general logic is to first look at your team needs and immediately just put guys that you need at those positions on your board from the start and then go after them. I would bypass initially when you make your first recruiting board is to initially first bypass your team needs and go straight for those guys that have you first on their list. And let's go through each one of these players and we'll offer them a scholarship. We will hopefully see 1, maybe 2 that decide that they want to go to Notre Dame right away. Again, these aren't necessarily areas of need for Notre Dame, but they are players that can insta-commit to you. Marcus Freeman doesn't have a CEO or anything, so it's not like he has an increased chance of getting insta-commits. Again, if you're a smaller school, you would just do this at a smaller level, maybe with 3 stars and 2 stars. Okay, there is our first commit, John Hurley. It's not a very high percentage that you get insta commits, but in my thinking, what you're doing when you do this is you're just adding players that you might end up going after at the end of the season, to fill out your recruiting board. And there is another insta commit. So 2 out of 24. And that may not seem, that great, right? But look at the number of hours that you still you have 1,130 hours as a 5-star program. So you literally have wasted almost nothing of your hours, especially in the first week. And regardless of whether these are on your team needs list, you added a 4-star will linebacker and a 3-star cornerback. When it gets down to the end of the season and maybe you only have 8 guys signed and you're scrambling to, look for 3 stars, why not add 2 talented guys like this to your roster if you can? And then you can completely reset your recruiting board. The point of this video is to say that you're always going to want to fill your recruiting board with good players. So if you're a 0-star or 1-star program, why not go after 3 stars or 2 stars, even if they're not in areas of need, because you just want to add talent to your roster. So when you're starting, whether you're 0-star or a 5-star school, if prospects have you first, go in first and offer them scholarships. And then you can spend your points and your energy and all your efforts on other players that maybe don't like you as much. Maybe they have you in their top 10, but you have to work a little bit. You have to grind to get them. I hope that helped. I hope I explained it in a way that most people can understand. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave me comments in the comment section. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Please sign up if you haven't already for our Platinum GOAT membership, which used to be $30 a month and it is now $9.99 a month. You can look at all of the things that come with that. You can cancel at any time, but it's $9.99 a month. One of the perks of the Platinum GOAT membership is that once a month we have a live stream for only Platinum GOAT members. And during those live streams, you can ask any question that you want. You can throw out anything that you want. And we will also share certain secrets that we don't make public through videos that can help you, whether they be recruiting tips or progression tips or archetype tips or whatever the case might be. And if you've seen some of my videos from this year and from CFB 25, I think there's a lot that you guys could gain from watching those videos. And some of you guys, or many of you guys have. This is just taking it up a notch, making it somewhat exclusive. And for those that are, play in an online league and want to get that extra step on other players, we have the tools for you. And on those live streams, we'll give you insights that you probably have never heard before. I would encourage you guys, if you are interested, to join as soon as possible. As silly as this may sound, we do have a cap on how many people we allow in the Platinum GOAT level memberships, because we don't want it too big, because we want it more of a one-on-one as much as we can with each student, if you will, or each guy that wants to learn more and get better. I don't know how long the price will stay at $9.99, but it has been $30 a month before, and it is now $9.99 for however long, probably until we hit our internal cap that we have. We would love for you to join us. The information is down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you guys. I love each and every one of you guys, and I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.